Get you through my morning every day. Every morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adelaide's Jody and Hazy on Nova.
It's a joke.
It's a joke.
It's a joke.
That is a good joke.
Jody and Hazy's Monday morning joke off.
Humour, Jodes. Humour.
Humour.
Inject me with that beautiful, funny serum and let's just start the week right, shall we?
Yeah, sure.
All right, you want to kick things off? You want me to?
You can.
Okay.
Yep.
Bear in mind as well, we've got a very, very special guest making their debut, and that is producer Molly. Oh, the nerves.
No, she's so nervous.
I actually am.
You're only as good as your first joke. That's what they say.
Yeah.
Well, I'd have low expectations.
Okay.
Okay. All right, sure. All right, off you go.
Okay. One day there were two boys playing by a stream. One of the young boys saw a bush and went over to it. The other boy couldn't figure out why his friend was at the bush for so long. The other boy went over to the bush and looked. The two boys were looking at a woman bathing naked in the stream.
What?
Whoa, watch out, boys. They're young, though. They're young. They don't know any better.
Okay.
All of a sudden, the second boy took off running, and the first boy couldn't understand why he ran away, so he took up after his friend. Finally, he caught up to him and asked why he ran away. And the boy said to his friend, "Well, Mum told me if I ever saw a naked lady, I would turn to stone. And something felt like it was getting hard, so I ran." Maybe it was good that I got that out of my system first.
Also, Molly, did you just snort?
Absolutely.
It's fine.
So there you go. Who's up next?
Well, I feel like mine is now kind of too much on par with yours.
No?
Anywho.
Bit of a blue theme.
What about this? A man walks into a psychiatrist's appointment wearing nothing but cling film.
Oh.
Yeah. The psychiatrist takes one look at him and says, "Well, I can clearly see your nuts."
What does he mean exactly? Multiple meaning.
All right, so
Classic.
much pressure right now.
Oh, here we go.
Heart's racing. Okay.
Okay.
And we're off.
What's the best thing about Switzerland?
What is the best thing about Switzerland?
Well, the flag's a big plus.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's an oldie but a goodie. Successful debut for the Monday morning joke.
Hey.
Well done, producer Molly.
Well done. We
Thanks
should clap
for having
when I
Very good.
need it.
Yay.
Nice.
It's about 8 seconds too late.
So yesterday we went.
I'm already annoyed. Okay.
Yesterday we went out for breakfast. It was nice.
Yeah.
It was nice. Caught up with a friend, and we went to the Loose Caboose
Yes.
in Hindmarsh there. Great little establishment. Good
Lovely.
coffee. Great breakfast. Fantastic stuff.
Yep.
And look, I didn't know if you were going to eat. I thought you might just get a coffee, but then you're like, bugger it, I am going to eat. So I ordered the scrambled eggs on toast, part of the menu. And what you can do as well, you can add a little side, part of the little sides option on the menu. It's got some avocado. Delicious. Really, really top shelf. And then we said, "Hey, Jodes, would you like to get something to eat?" And she said, and bear with me, producer Flack and producer Molly, just put yourself in this situation, whether you would put not just the waiter but also the chefs in this situation. She said, yeah, can I get an omelette? To which absolutely made me go, what are you talking about? I started studying the menu again because I'm thinking, I want an omelette, but there's no omelette on the menu. So then I jumped in quickly and said, what do you mean? It's an omelette-less menu. What are you talking about? And she said, oh, yeah, but, I'm sure you guys could do an omelette.
But it's not on the menu.
Here we go.
Is
Here
what
we
I'm
go.
saying correct so far?
It's not incorrect.
Okay, very good. So Jody orders, and I've always thought this as well, the absolute audacity, the balls for people to order something that's not on the menu and just assume that the chef will, one, be able to make it, and two, not put fecal matter into it in disgust. So I sat there in shock and I couldn't sort of compose my
you were in shock,
thoughts
were you?
for a good 5 to 7 minutes. And then you wouldn't believe it. The omelette came out and it looked like it was just carved, put together by God himself. It was absolutely
But
magnificent.
okay. This is the part of the story that you haven't mentioned.
Oh, okay.
You shamed me so very badly. Like the look you gave me when I said, "May I please create an omelette?" And he was like, sure. What would you like in it? Tomato? I was like, yes. Cheese? I was like, indifferent.
He's like, sure. And his eyes were rolling around like a windmill. It was unbelievable.
And then he said, would you like bacon in it? And you very well know I don't eat bacon.
Right. So here's the thing.
And so
Okay.
you stop talking.
Oh,
here we go.
So
I'm on the waiter's side.
The look that you gave me, I was so ashamed to be creating this omelette that I was like, step back. And I have agreed to the bacon. And that omelette was so full of bacon, man. Like, it was like a bacon omelette.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't eat that. I don't eat.
So Jody ordered an omelette that wasn't on the menu, and then when the omelette came out, had a look at it and said, I don't want that.
Jody!
And then said no to the special item that she ordered from the menu.
Say no.
Well done.
I didn't say no.
You said, no,
Do not clap.
I don't want this. Flip the table. So I...
Now this is absolute bullshit.
So I
did not.
You did. All right. There was no table flipping. Okay, I made that up. But I ate the omelette, and I've got to say, the Luscabus, that might be the best omelette I've ever eaten in my life.
Oh, you're welcome.
And you said no to it. And then we spoke to the chef afterwards because I felt like we had to apologise.
We.
Have you since put up a positive Google review like you said you would?
I don't know how.
Oh, my very goodness. That is just... Honestly, you're lucky you're not sick right now because he had every right to chock-a-block full that omelette up full of shit. Of his own poo as well. That's why I was trying to be so nice to the waiter as well, to make sure there was no fecal matter in there.
So you're the good guy in this situation.
I
are
was
you?
trying to save you. There you go. So we won't be doing that every day.
Omelette shaming 101.
There is a new item on the menu, though, at the Luscaboost. You must try it. It is the Jody Oddie omelette. What do we call it? The Oddlet.
Warning, the following segment is for mature audiences only and may contain adult content, graphic language, and nudity. Not that you'll see it. If easily offended, well, you're about to find out just how easily.
Your father, he's on the naughty list.
Jody and Hazy's Naughty at 6:40.
Yeah, just get that stuff out of your system, you know?
Yeah.
That naughty, risque stuff. It's like just shake it off, get it out there before we straighten up after 7 o'clock. You're the leader, the absolute fearless leader in this space, Jodes. What do you got?
Do not.
Oh, okay.
Back me into a corner,
Oh, I see.
so to speak.
I see what's happening
You
here.
have brought this to the table. You talk about it. Thank you very much.
I'm sorry. Did you not hear me before? I said this, okay?
Okay,
What should we talk about today?
let's talk about the perfect breasts.
Oh, there she is.
The perfect breasts.
There she goes.
So, a new study has claimed to have cracked the code on the ideal breast shape and size. Ooh.
This is quite an interesting conversation
Isn't it?
that I never thought I'd be having on radio.
Well, you're the boy, so I'm going to throw it back into your court. Is bigger better in terms of breasts?
No, I don't know. I don't think so. Like, I don't,
No.
Can I be honest with you?
No.
Can I be honest with you? I don't think that my eyes have ever ventured down past the neck.
Yeah, right.
I mean, give me a sexy soul any day of the week, you know?
Yeah, right. So experts have said that beauty ideals are not a one size fits all and suggested they could be useful for plastic surgeons performing breast augmentation. So basically they're saying no one knows what is the perfect breast. You're just like looking at me completely blankly.
Yeah, well, that's true. It's very, very open, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for you, what is the perfect breast?
This is a test. My wife's breast. Oh, jeez. Oh, almost failed that one.
So apparently, according to this study, perkier breasts are the highest scoring breasts.
Well, that probably makes sense.
It does,
I
doesn't
guess.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah. The bad news is the older we get, the more they are going to droop. So,
From my experience, kids don't help the situation. Would you agree with that,
I would
Jones?
100% agree.
But
Children will suck the life out of your breast.
Yes, Jones, if you had 4 kids and your breasts have got perkier,
Yep.
you either had some help from a surgeon or you're some kind of freak that needs to be studied.
Yeah, right.
Because that doesn't seem, I've watched it in action and again, those little things are brutal. I'm talking about the kids.
I could be wrong, but isn't that why they invented push-up bras? To bring them back up?
Yeah, but they can only do so much. You know what I'm saying? You know, mate, push-up bras, no match for gravity.
There you go. Okay, I'm just going to be watching my phone just to see if I get a little text from my wife. All good so far. Live Golf, what an absolute spectacle it was on the weekend.
What an absolute joy.
Can you imagine, Jodes, heading off to Singapore to follow the Live Golf circuit?
Excuse me?
I said that correctly. When you hear this, the boarding call, you get ready before 8 o'clock to give us a call, 13 24 10, to get on the standby list to go and see Live Golf in Singapore. 4 nights accommodation, living it up in style. Show's just around the corner. In fact, pre-season game on Friday night, Crows v Port Adelaide and Mount Barker. Footy just crept up, didn't it?
Hasn't it crept up?
Should we speak to one of the best ever kick of football from KO Sports, and that is 3-time premiership hero from the Brisbane Lions, Jonathan Brown. Can we do that, please?
Yes, please.
Let's speak to the Hall of Famer right now. Brownie, good morning to you.
Great to be on. How are you guys?
Yeah, we're so good.
Hey, we've got some footy questions for you, Brownie. But first of all, before we get to that, I've got a bit of a fan question for you.
Oh, here we go.
So, Lions royalty. For guys like you and some of the OGs, Voss, etc., Lappin, when you guys won the flag this year, or the Lions won the flag, what was it like? You still feel
It was unreal.
Completely part of it? Did you shed tears? What was it like?
Well, I've got 3 kids, so I've got to put that ahead. But I tell you what, it was almost better than playing. As a supporter, I was a Fitzroy supporter growing up, so we didn't have much success. We were getting about 1 win a year. But when I was sitting with my great mate Simon Black in the grandstand, I said to him at half time, let's go to the bar, mate, get our quota and just enjoy this second half, because we're not getting beaten. And when most times, we all, as footy supporters, we want a great grand final, unless your team's the team in front. And then you just want to absolutely smash them. And we're able to enjoy that. So it was amazing. We went down to the rooms straight afterwards, and I got through a few security guards who just let us go. I had no credentials. And then the last security guard, he stood up for himself and said, no, you're not coming in. I said, mate, bring friends. Because you're going to need them, because we're getting in those rooms no matter what. I was absolutely loving it. So it was just such a great experience. And also, too, for us older boys to be able to hand the baton over was very nice. 2003, since we won a premiership. So it was about time that the new crop got one.
Because you are broadcasting into Adelaide this morning, we have to ask you, Port and Crows, how are they going to go this year?
Yeah.
Predictions?
Well, there's a bit of pressure on the mighty Crows, isn't there? So Matthew Nick's 7th year in charge, I think, and they haven't played finals. So fair to say, probably finals. There's a fair bit of pressure to make finals for Nix in the boys this year. Port Adelaide were interesting last year. Like everyone's written Port Adelaide off and think they'll miss the finals, but they did make a prelim final last year. Obviously, Dan Houston's a big loss, which is concerning. And also, too, obviously, big talk last week, Ken Hinkley, the handover situation to Josh Carr, who I actually punched in the 2004 grand final. I should have hit him harder, shouldn't I? Because Carr got up and they went on to beat us in that bloody granny. I think they kicked their ass towards the end, talking about grand finals. But and that's the last one they won, or the only one they won, of course, in the AFL. But that's just going to be an interesting one. So obviously Josh will be loved by the Port Adelaide faithful. Puts a bit of pressure on Kenny, so hopefully they can start off the season with a few wins, because if there's a few losses early on in the season, there'll be calls for Kenny's head, and I know you guys would have talked about and dissected and all that, but I'm a big fan of Ken Hinkley, so just hopefully that can go smoothly throughout the year and Josh can hand over and take over for 2026 in the right situation.
I don't know what it is about Josh Carr. Was there something that he said?
Ask Mark Rashudo. Was that the Ramsgate back in the day?
They could have used you. They could have used you there, Brownie.
Was there something that he said to make you snap?
Just the face in front of me, I think. But
beautiful. Jonathan Brown, thanks to KO Sports. There's no off-season with KO. Appreciate your time, mates, and looking forward to another excellent footy season.
Beautiful. Thanks for having me on, guys. Have a good morning.
Tonight, Dangerous Lies, unmasking Belle Gibson on 9 at 9:10. One of the most fascinating stories for so many years.
At the height of her fame, Belle Gibson had 500,000 downloads on her app. She had a major publisher and she was about to go international. Would you accept that you're a pathological liar?
Can we have a minute? Because I'm feeling really belittled.
Belle, please.
I'll be honest with you, Joes. I almost forgot about Belle Gibson.
Yeah.
And how she, it it was deceiving the world.
Do you remember it unfolding in real time? Can you remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I feel, even at that stage, and I wasn't highly invested in it, but I even felt a little bit let down.
Did
and it
you?
wasn't directly affecting me. I was like, oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't remember, so she basically painted herself as this wellness guru, and she claimed to have several cancer pathologies like brain cancer, and she claimed to have managed them through her diet, juice cleansers, exercise. So essentially she was like, we can beat this thing, but you just have to live a wholesome lifestyle.
And the big one was the brain cancer.
Yeah.
Because from what she was saying, she was only given a few weeks to live.
Yes.
And instead of giving it a go via conventional medicine therapy, she said no, it was all through whole foods and just changing your lifestyle. And people were like, well, that just goes against everything that has been proven.
Yeah. And then she sat down and she did an interview with Tara Brown, and honestly, it was just one of the most cooked things you'll ever see in your life.
There are so many little bits
Yeah.
that make you go, what the hell is going on in your head, Belle Gibson? And the big thing for me, and I think a lot of people, was a very, very simple question from Tara Brown, and that is, Belle, how old are you?
You're 23, right? Well, actually, how old are you?
I've always been raised as being currently a 26-year-old.
How old are you?
Well, I live knowing, as I've always known, that I would be 26.
Okay, Bill.
I've
This is a really, really simple question. How old are you?
I believe that I'm 26.
So, yeah. I think what Belle
Don't worry,
learned,
Belle, so do I.
Jones is always identified as a 26-year-old.
Jody and Hazy's sealed section.
Right, so here's the deal. Just, I think in the sealed section, nothing's off limits.
Yeah.
Is that fair to say?
So true.
Right, so you're in the mix, Joe. You lead
Yep.
it fearlessly.
Yep.
I'll have a bit of a crack. And also, very, very special guest. And that is Tiff Horn from 10 Years First. Good morning to you, Tiff.
Good morning. Good morning. Okay. Rip it open, babe.
Okay, so
Let's do this.
what do you reckon it is today?
I
Here we
don't
go. Okay.
Right.
Okay, that works there. Let me just pass that over to you, George. Oh, what's going on there? What do we got?
Okay. The sealed section today is deal breakers. Relationship deal breakers.
Oh, this could be controversial.
This is very interesting for you, Tiff Warren from 10 News First, given you
why,
are
pray tell?
in a new relationship and you have been testing the boundaries.
Indeed. Well, okay, let me strap yourselves in for story time. It was a dark and stormy night, and my beautiful boyfriend Joel and I had just started dating.
Yes.
And I was just testing the boundaries. We'd gone to the bottle shop to get a bottle of vino to take to some friend's house, and I just said, hypothetically, if I just walked out of here and didn't pay for this bottle, what would you do? And he said, because he's a sweetheart, he'd say, Tiff, do you need to borrow $20?
Yeah.
And I went, oh, that's so nice. What if you found out everything in my house was stolen?
Right.
I'd stolen everything in the house. I'm a serial kleptomaniac. And he just went, well, I guess I'd be pretty impressed because you live up a flight of stairs. That would be quite impressive if
Yeah.
you'd stolen an entire house worth of furniture and dragged it up your stairs.
100%.
And I thought, what a sweetheart.
No, what a
Yes.
sweetheart or
Yeah,
a
but-
pushover.
I'm a cutie pie and he loves me. So, to be clear, I'm not a sticky fingers.
Okay,
Right.
good.
To be clear.
And
But
also,
I was
Tiff,
just asking hypothetically.
given your budget was $20,
Yeah.
Joel's probably thinking, no, they're on alert for people who regularly steal bottles of Stump Jump. So you've just
Well,
got
that
to
will
be
get
careful.
you 2 bottles too, by the way. 24
It's
bucks.
very reasonable, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay.
That was very sweet of him
Yeah,
to
lovely.
support my hypothetical theft.
And he's gorgeous.
And he's gorgeous.
Your deal breaker, please.
So my deal breaker. So I, producer Flack, we're going to agree on this. Smoking. Like, I don't think I can do smoking.
No, we can't do it for different reasons. You can't do it because you don't like it.
Yeah.
I can't do it because I'll take it back up.
Oh, okay. Because you're a former smoker.
If I
Reformed
da-
smoker.
Yeah, reformed. And I was pack a day. So if I started dating someone who was a smoker, probably 4 weeks in, I'm back into it.
How long did you smoke for?
10 years, pack a day.
What?
Yeah.
Wow. That would be $600 a day now,
I
wouldn't
know.
it?
Yes.
It's
And
so
this,
expensive.
my friends, is why I have a second-hand car and no investment property.
Yeah.
Yay!
And also, now he's famous in an alternative way. It's his photo on the front of the cigarette packs. not the spotlight you want to make.
Oh, goodness. 13.
The other one for me, though, just quickly, is I can't get my head around someone who hates kids.
Yeah, right.
And there's people out there, and I'm sorry if I'm offending you, but like, nah, hate kids, can't have it. And is that you, Producer Flack?
As in you hate kids?
Oh.
I did for a while.
Whoa.
Really?
I've come around.
In your
I've come around.
defence, was the kid annoying?
You're going to hate me for this. You know how mothers are like, oh my God, look how cute my kid is?
Uh-oh.
They're never cute.
Oh.
But I've changed my tune.
I
coming around to
defy
being
you.
your dad.
Ooh, you're
I
starting
will
to
show
sweat.
you a photo of my 5-year-old who is an angel, and if you don't like her, then we cease to be friends.
The one who said the F word?
Yeah.
There you go.
She has her moments.
13 24 10, your relationship deal breakers. Can you get
Yes.
involved this morning? And Jodes, after the break, can we get yours?
Sure.
Because I feel like
I don't-
I know what yours is, and it is controversial.
If you're not a Greek,
That's the first one. 13 24 10, you get involved with the conversation this morning by the sealed section. Your relationship deal breakers.
Yes.
What's absolutely off limits?
let's go.
All right. And we'll get to yours next, Jodes.
Okay.
Oh, my very goodness. It's going to blow your mind.
Oh, not really.
Really? Really?
I'm second guessing.
You
now.
sure you want to do
I
this?
don't think I want to say it.
Ah, it's not that bad.
Check this out.
This is Adelaide's favourite way to wake up. Jody and Hazy on Nova 919.
Yes, we are into the sealed section. The envelope has been opened, and this week's topic is the relationship deal breakers.
13 24 10. Get involved.
All
Could
right.
you not be with someone because of one specific reason? We're taking your calls this morning. Because you, my friend,
Yes.
Tiffany Warren from 10 News First, have said that your partner was like, if you're a klepto, it's okay. It's okay.
Because
You
he
were like,
loves me.
I know, but you were setting
And I'm
him
not
up
a klepto.
You were setting him up to fail with some scenarios, right?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Just testing the waters.
Yeah.
Just to see if I was a thief, if that would be a problem.
If that was an issue.
He did say something along the lines of, like, if I scooped out his eyeballs in his sleep, that would be a problem.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
So that's his deal breaker.
That's always
and that's
a deal
fair.
breaker.
We've
Yeah.
all been there.
For a lot of
it's
guys.
never good.
Absolutely. And you're like, which way do I go? Do I keep my eyeballs? All that type of thing.
Yeah. She's so hot, but do I keep my eyeballs?
I know,
Yeah.
Is it worth it? Guys, can't see it.
Yeah.
Can't see it. Let's go to Shido Park. Good morning to you, Pre.
Hi, Pre.
Hi guys, how are you?
Good.
Great. How are you?
What is your deal breaker?
I'm a bit sus about people who don't like dogs.
Oh,
Yes.
yes. Dogs are always beautiful. As an example.
Except for that one.
Yeah, it's tough. Isn't it? Are you a massive dog person, Pre? How many do you own?
I have 2 Labradors and I love them to death.
Yeah.
I'm married, but if my husband didn't like dogs, I would have had some serious thinking to do.
Do you know what? On top of that as well, if there are people out there that don't like Labradors,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Oh, my God, Labrador puppies. Can you tell everyone the story about how when you met Cara, she had that one of those, disgusting little
Don't
white
you
yappy
even
ones.
joke about talking like Indiana like that. So she had a Maltese poodle, a moodle, called Indiana, and it's like a proper small little white fluffy thing. And I'm from the country. We only sort of dealt with Kelpies and Border Collies.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm not associating with that. 6 months into it, I have never, and still to this day, I've never loved an animal more than that little dog. Oh my gosh. And do you know what? My daughter randomly yesterday, she passed away at the age of about 14 and a half.
Yep.
I think about 6 to 8 months ago, my daughter the other day said, just randomly, I miss Momo. And we all, and I did as well. And I said, oh gosh, my heart sank for a little bit. I went, I miss it too. I miss it too, Lottie.
Yeah.
But she's having fun wherever she is. She's having
Okay,
fun.
anyway, Adelaide's fun breakfast.
Oh gosh, I'm actually starting to feel a little teary right now. Thanks a lot, Jodes. Appreciate that. Jeez.
Jody and Hazy's sealed section.
Nothing's off limits, Jodes. Nothing is off limits.
The sealed section, and we are talking this morning on 13 24 10. What is your relationship deal breaker? What can you categorically not handle? So, Tiff Warren from 10 News First joins us, and you mentioned that you were testing your new partner, saying, what would break the relationship? Like if I was a klepto.
For example.
Yeah.
And he said no.
Yeah.
Which I'm not. Which is maybe why he said no.
Okay.
But nevertheless.
Yeah.
What a sweet, understanding boy.
Yeah, gorgeous.
Yeah. Smoking has been a big one. We've had a lot of texts come through on 0400 919 919. Keep them coming through. So for me, it was smoking.
Yeah.
And also, like, someone who's, like, aggressively against kids.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to me if someone hates kids. What happened?
That's
Why?
rough. Who hurt you?
Who hurt you?
As a small child.
Which kid hurt you? And trust me, I got 3 of them. They can test you.
Yeah, they
can
can.
really test you.
I have one.
Oh, here we go.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no, here we go.
Oh.
Oh, jeez.
I genuinely feel like I've been backed into a corner here.
Mm-hmm.
Like this was not my choice.
Okay. To feel like this or to deliver what you're about to say?
A and B.
Okay, here we go.
All right. I'm going to say I couldn't be with someone who doesn't like to exercise.
Oh.
Don't
Shallow much?
Superficial.
Shame.
Excuse me.
And his
very
name has
much.
to be Greg, and he must be a sporting
Yes.
player.
So, yeah, that's a very good
If
point.
his name's not Greg, Jodes isn't interested.
Is that the deal, Jodes? Do they have to be a former professional sportsman? Is that the deal?
named Greg?
Yeah.
Okay. And my new Greg is going to be so offended that
Yeah.
you said former.
And where are you? Where are you at with Greg Norman? There you go.
I think you were so funny.
We're learning more and more.
No,
That's interesting.
it's not a superficial thing. It's not. I just
Yeah. Okay, Jodes. Pull the other one, mate.
So they have to
I
be
just
into exercise.
I like exercise. It's a common interest. Okay.
Okay.
So don't make it out to be something that it's not.
Okay. So what you're saying is, what if they had a big old? Do you need a 6-pack? Do you need a 6-pack?
Not 6.
For what?
Minimum 4.
What's the minimum 4? Oh my God! What is going on here? Well, producer Flack, you're out of the race.
So you're telling me there's no chance?
Oh, you needed this conversation to know that.
I'll tell you what, Jodes, there's a very, very concerning study that's come straight out of the heart of France. To be honest with you, not overly surprising.
Yeah. Did you just Google French music?
Certainly did.
Is that what happened?
Got this one for you as well. That's not too bad as well.
Nice.
Yeah, about that.
Okay, a French government agency has received backlash for telling people that they wash their clothes too often. Yes, I'll repeat that. Too often. And that it's
Sure about
fine to wear gym clothes. What about this? At least 3 times. 3 times before throwing them in the wash.
No. I'm not sure about that. Like, what are you doing?
Okay.
Okay. Enter producer Flack.
And I know why I'm entering here, by the way.
Yeah, do you know what? Do you know why he's entering? Because this is a man that when he goes to the gym, he leaves it all there.
No, he doesn't.
And that is blood, sweat,
Oh.
tears, maybe a bit of urine because he's pushing that hard. All through his clothes. And that's just one session.
The man has never touched a cardio machine at the gym in his entire existence.
I don't know how they work.
Bike?
I'm scared of it.
Have you been on the bike?
I'm intimidated.
Been on the treadmill? Elliptical?
I don't even know what
Roller?
elliptical is.
Yeah. 4 pieces of equipment that you have never touched.
But what Hazy's trying to say is, I'm a sweater.
You're a sweater, big
I'm a
sweater.
sweater.
Oh, yeah,
But I'm saying he's a big sweater because he works hard.
Yeah.
And I would say, like, what proportion of people work really hard where you've got genuine sweat, like an infused piece of clothing with sweat? 3 times?
3
Oh,
times.
that is just not great for the other people in the gym.
That's gross.
If nothing else.
There's no way I could wear the same shirt 3 times.
No.
Because I would smell... It's wet after the first one.
Wow.
What about you, Andrew Hayes?
I'm exactly the same. Do you know what, though? What I will say, it's a little bit gross, but I do keep some gym clothes in the back of my car.
Yeah.
And sometimes they're there for more than 3 goes, like a lot.
Really?
Because it dries, it does dry. But that's if I know I'm going for a run and I won't be in the gym when I share it with other people.
Right. Can I say this?
Run along Torrens. The ducks get very offended.
Yeah.
But who are they going to tell? You know what I mean?
I don't mean to be offensive when I say this, but men stink more than women.
Yeah, that's true.
When we go to the gym. You do.
100%.
So I get upset.
No, that's fair.
No, that's extremely fair.
Yeah. There is no chance in hell you guys should be wearing gym clothes 3 times back to
Yeah.
back.
Okay.
Yep.
I just love that Hazy's saying, oh, yeah, I'll wear the same gym clothes. You run without a shirt on, mate.
Yeah, that's
That's true. That's just me being efficient.